So I was just sitting here thinking, and I said to myself, I don't think this has ever been done in wrestling figures before. It has been attempted. It has been attempted several times, but I don't think it has ever happened the way that it was intended to happen. And for those of you wondering, I'm talking about when Matt Cardona teased a figure coming, evidently teased it for a month, we'll talk about that, and was able to put the figure up for pre-order the day that he unveiled a new ring attire, and it all happened on the same day, like I just said. So he mentioned on the podcast before or after he played the teaser, which we will see in just a second, that it had been hiding in the back of his setup the whole entire time, and nobody noticed it because if you go back and look, it is just the Series 2 Super 7, you know, the nasty boys with the spike style gear. It is that, but it's just a repaint, and it was turned around. So you couldn't really identify it anyway, and it was sitting up at like a top or like a dark corner at the top of his display anyway. So that is what it is. But he teased it with this right here. Let's see if we can get this to play. He'd been talking about Jurassic Park figures on the channel recently. He'd been posting about them in the Facebook group, which was insane. Obviously, this is a Jurassic Park style teaser. Obviously. He's got the flare, you got the water moving, you got the Jeep. He has the still here on the back. Now you see where the retheming came. Obviously, it's the Series 2 figure, and it's a redeco on it, which is pretty sick, I'm not going to lie. But he managed to drop this on the same exact day. Let me mute this, and you can keep seeing this. Absolutely insane. Now, Series 2 was leaps and bounds better than Series 1. Don't get me wrong. But everybody complained about Series 2 a little bit because the price point had to be jacked up to $75 instead of the typical $55 with the Super 7 Ultimates series. Which is fine. When you're getting that much more of a figure, you kind of got to balance it out, you know? So if you go back to his Instagram, there he is, that same exact day, entering in a Jurassic Park Jeep with Steph DeLander and Jimmy Lloyd wearing said attire, which is pretty insane. He also put up T-shirts because, of course, he does. He's like the king of putting up T-shirts. He's giving Bullet Club like 2016 to 2018 a run for their money when it comes to that. But it's insane. And it got me thinking, has this been done before? Now, the only other time that I can personally think of is Funko put up it was a Final Boss Rock. I don't remember if it was night 1 or night 2 of WrestleMania. They put it up for pre-order. I believe it was a Fanatics exclusive. I cannot remember entirely. Do not hold me to that. I'll post it up on the screen here. But that's like technically the same, but we still don't know when that's coming. We know this is coming, and I believe, let's do some digging. If we go to Super 7, go to their website, go to Super 7. This is a live look at this. We'll go to Ultimates, I guess. Matt Cardona. This is his prehistoric attire. Shipping in November. We already, for the most part, have a concrete shipping date. And this came out at the tail end of August, which would put that's the 8th month to the 11th month. About, we'll say 3, give them a little bit of leeway, 3.5 month wait on that release. And if that's the case, that is perfectly fine. But we still don't have a timetable for the Rock or Funko Pop, and it was teased back in April. So, Mattel also tried to accomplish this a few years ago with the Survivor Series Elites. Now, for the Survivor Series Elites, it was, I believe, Bobby Roode, Alexa Bliss, and AJ Styles. Well, I think with the way it ended up playing out, none of them were on the card, which was how they were going to debut their attire in the SummerSlam or the Survivor Series wave, while also having the figure being released at the same time or around the same time. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things, like, it's been attempted and it's never came across the way it should. But here you see he is going out with the attire. I'm assuming this is a studio shot from the back of Game Changer Wrestling. He's got the prototype of the figure right there in his hand. And then we see, of course, the figure on the left-hand side. It's pretty insane, the fact that this is coming. Also, with this being a re-release on an already done mold, we were able to drop that price from $75 down to $55, which is just absolutely unreal. That's back to the normal price, which is what it should have been in the first place, except the other one had so many deco hits, but now you can offset the reuse of a mold, put it here, add new paint to it. It makes a lot of business sense. Trust me on that one. But it's insane. That's actually really, really cool, the fact that they pulled this off. So, Matt Cardona, he gets a lot of hate for multitude of reasons. A lot of them aren't even justified, but you got to give the dude credit. This was a smart call. This is how you do it, especially when he has his devoted figure, like, fan base. This is how you do it. If only we could get Jimmy Lloyd and Steph DeLander to go with it, but I doubt that's going to happen. But I don't know. Like, I love stuff like this when you go above and beyond, and he is the king of going above and beyond to accomplish this. So you got to give him credit. It's absolutely insane. And for a Jurassic Park fan like myself, it's a must-have. So I definitely pre-ordered this one. I'm going to be doing a review on it once it comes in. I'm in the process of 3D printing a Jurassic Park Jeep, so hopefully I will have that in time for the video. Well, it's going to be like 3 months down the road. Yeah, it should be done. But I want to know what you guys think. Is it pretty cool that this is actually was pulled off? Let me know down in the comments below. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and last but not least, take it easy.